Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back with some more My Summer Car. And I hope you guys are ready for. I don't know if I'm going to say it's going to be a long episode today or not, but we are going to try, and I mean try, we are going to try to get this engine put together. I don't know if we'll get the whole car together, but as you well know, I said that I was playing this offline one day and I accidentally killed myself by running out of food on a Sunday. And I had no food to eat and I died from starvation. So, yeah, the only thing I've done a little bit different so far this game, um, I have started making the old killed you, but I have a refrigerator full of food. Um, and I don't remember what else I did on the first episode. I think I went to the island, got some supplies. But today, we are going to try to see if we can get this hunk of junk put back together a little bit. So, I set the engine block up here. And I think what we want to do is we want to grab the crankshaft over here. I mean, because if my mechanic days, you're going to start with an engine block and your crank. And then you're going to put on your main bearings. I think we went through this last time, and I had trouble getting the main bearings to latch into place. Where are the main bearings? Main bearing number one. So I would think that this would be at the front. And I don't understand, like, why it won't go on. Like, come on. Like, this is the problem I had last time. I'm like, I know that the main bearings should go right on there. And for whatever reason, I can't get the main bearings to go on this engine. And this one should be the big rear main seal. So that is this is the rear of the engine. But like I said, it just don't want to go. Oh, I thought I saw a check mark for a second. Did I see a check mark or did I not? Oh, yeah, I did. See, I don't understand why that's so freaking hard to get this check mark to go into place. But it shouldn't be that hard to get this. See, and now that I got one of them on there, it just boom, it goes on. And if I remember right, we are gonna need, what was it, like an 8 or a 9? Um, so we got to get our tool out. I think it was an 8 or a 9. Let's try a 9. So if it turns green, that's the right size. I think that that's a little small to be a a main bearing bolt, but who am I to say? This is a very small car for. I mean, this is what, a mid 70s car. I believe it's a mid 70s car from Finland. So I would imagine that the car is not very big in the first place. I don't know. Someone, you tell me in the comments what kind of car this is. It's like a. It's called. What is it called? What is it called? Uh, the Satsuma. So I don't know if that's like a Datsun. I don't remember Datsun having a car like this. Like I said, somebody that is a little bit older than me would have to tell me. I was born in the 70s, so I don't recall this exact car. Let's put it that way. So let's get our next part, which would be we want to do the pistons and then probably the oil pan. And then we can work on the front of the engine next, which would be like, I don't know, the cam and timing and water pump and all that kind of jazz. So let's get one of these. And of course, nothing wants to work. Oh, oh. Like it's so sensitive with the check mark here. Like if I get too close, it don't work. If I get too far away, it don't work. That is some of the strange mechanics on this game. And keep in mind, we're building a used engine that is going to fail, and we're going to have to spend more money to get it repaired and buy more parts. Um, so that is, I don't know if that's a bad thing or not a bad thing. And these bolts look smaller, so I'm going to say, let's go with, I'm pretty sure it's not, yeah, it's not the 9. Not the 8. Oh, there you go, 7. So I remember the last time I did this, a lot of the bolts were the 9, and I want to say a lot of the bolts were 7. Maybe it was 6. Um, like I said, somebody let me know if that would be accurate, because a 7 would be just over a 1/4 inch head on your nut. And I just don't believe that the rods would be that small for this type of car. Even back in the day, like you would think they would be at least, 1/2 inch or maybe even 9/16. So that would be at least a 13-ish or a 14-ish millimeter. Even back in the day, if I get my metric conversions, close. So let's grab the oil pan. Like I said, it's just like sometimes I just don't understand how it goes. Um, where's my wrench? So we got one there. Now let's just do this side. Then we can see, we'll flip the engine over so we can see the other side. Because I actually don't know what happens if you miss a bolt. I know on a different game that I play, Mambazoo, if you miss a bolt and you start the car and try to drive, whatever you were working on falls apart. The part with the missing bolt falls apart. Guess I should put it that way. So I don't know if this is like that. Hopefully it's not. That definitely looks like a bigger bolt on the oil pan up there. Yes, it is. So oh, there we go. We're gonna just kind of play switcheroo until we figure out exactly everything that we got going on here. Um, And like I said, so if I was building this, the next thing that I would work on would either be starting on the back with the flywheel and the clutch, or the front of it right there, working on the the camshaft. All right, so camshaft should go somewhere. Camshaft. Yeah, that was is that the back or the front? I think that's the back. Okay, yeah, that is the back. How the hell? I guess I'm just used to American V8s. Usually the hump in the oil pan is at the back of the engine. I forget that this is a front wheel drive car, so maybe. See, that engine's going to go in there sideways, isn't it? Yeah, it's not even going to go in there front to back. It's going to go sideways. So I guess we'll just kind of check that off the list of I'm an idiot and I don't know what's going on. So we're going to need some wrenches. And that looks very, very small. So let's get, I don't know, let's go back to the 7. It's not a 7. Not a 6. Is it the smallest one? Yeah, that, I don't know, it just throws me off with these bolts being so freaking tiny. It just kind of doesn't make a lot of sense. So now we'll grab our cam gear and the timing chain. Um, so where, oh where? Let's see. Cam gear, cam gear. I think there's one cam gear right there, but there should be a second cam gear somewhere on this shelf. Somewhere? So that says camshaft gear. Oh, it's already got the gear on the crankshaft. I didn't put that there, so it must have already been there. So now we need to tighten this up. So what is this going to be? Hey, oh, all right. So we need to line up the timing marks. I guess we have to just kind of go all around. Keep turning this until until this shows up and matches over here. Um, and I don't want to pass it. I'm gonna have to go all the way around again. So that looks lined up to me. I'm afraid to go one more click because if I go one more click, I may have to go all the way around again. Um, I think that's lined up. And normally you would put the timing chain on at the same time because how the hell else would you wouldn't be able to get the timing chain on? Um, so install the timing cover. Timing cover. So I don't understand the check marks. I just don't understand. Um, Alright, so what wrench do we have in our hand? It's not that one. Let's go back with our 7 or 8. Nope. Smaller. Smaller. Oh, there we go. So right now, we're just gonna have to call it. This is My Summer Car, the education. Because honestly, so if I remember the premise of this game, our parents went out of town on vacation and left me home. I believe I'm 18-ish in the Finland countryside. Um, and they left me here with no car and said, build your father's old car, and that way I would have a way to get around. Now, I don't know about anywhere else in the world, but I know that when I was 18, I could probably put this car back together. I don't think the average person would be able to do that. Um, so what would be next? Because back in the day when I was in high school, you actually learned how to do small engines, and I then later went to the vocational school and started my auto mechanic stuff there, and then I even learned a little bit in college for auto mechanic degree. Um, so I would say when I was 18, I could build a car, but I don't think that the average person would be able to do that. What am I looking for? So I would need either my crank pulley or the water pump. Let's see what I find first. Oh, I found the water pump first. So water pump is going on. And of course, why would the bolts not be the freaking same as the timing chain cover? They look a little bit bigger, so let's go a size up. And what size did I get? Oh, okay. So it was a size down? No, I went up. I think I went up 2 sizes and I had to go back down 1. You'll have to excuse me. Um, I didn't sleep very good last night. Don't know why. So I'm up well before I actually should be up. And I figured it's time to record a video for my summer car without me being an idiot. Oh, fatigue. I gotta remember I gotta keep an eye on my stats up there. Let's see here. So the water pump pulley. We should probably put the crankshaft pulley on there. I saw it right here somewhere. There's the crankshaft pulley. And that definitely looks like a bigger bolt. So we're going to come back up here. Nope. See, what was it? 11 or 12 for the oil pan? Is that the... Well, I think I have an 11. It's kind of hard to keep track of what you got out of this tool set. Because I'm not really paying that much attention. Let's see here. What else should we do? Water pump pulley? Alright, a nose look. I'm going to say that these are 7s or 8s. I think as you kind of see the bolts a little bit better, it does make it a little bit easier to know exactly how, like, you could tell that, like, that crankshaft bolt was way bigger than those bolts sticking out right there. Um, do we have an alternator? We do. All right, so the alternator. What's going on with the alternator? Oh, that's a different kind of bolt. Okay. Um, what was that? What did I just light up? So there is. Yeah, I don't know what I'm screwing into. Definitely nothing there. That's where the head should be. That should be going into the head. And there's definitely not a head there. So maybe I shouldn't be putting the alternator on yet. Let's get a different size. But I don't know, guys. You tell me. I think the progress is somewhat slow moving on this. Ooh. All right. So next, let's work on the back of the engine here. So we need an engine plate. And I don't believe the engine plate gets held on with anything. But the flywheel. So flywheel. I was having a moment looking at that clutch. It's in like 3 pieces. And I don't think that that's legit for the. And so those look like 8s or 9s. Give me a 9. No? 8? No? There's no way. Alright. Here's where I gotta draw the line. There's no way that the bolts that are holding the flywheel on are freaking 7mm. No way. And I'm going to do this wrong. I'm not even going to stagger the bolts. We're just going to zip this baby on here. Okay, I don't know why the engine fell over. That one's not tight. And I hear somebody cutting wood. Who the hell is out there cutting wood? Um, so now we need to combine these parts over here, but I don't understand why it's in 3 pieces. Like this should be one piece. 'Cause there's your clutch. Like I don't understand what is. So there's your clutch cover. So that's going to be the outer piece because I see bolt holes. Um, like where is... Now see, that doesn't make sense. No sense at all. Because you got your clutch, your pressure plate, and the cover. I don't think that that would. I don't think that that would go together like that. And it's not the same size. Are you freaking kidding me? It looks like it's the same freaking size. Oh, it's one smaller. All right, so this, I had the engine all the way together, but this is where things might start getting a little bit more complicated because I don't remember exactly how all the engine went together. Now, granted, an engine is an engine, and you're going to put the base parts together the same way. Um, okay. All right, so head gasket and a cylinder head. Now the cylinder head, um, is, I don't know. Those bolts look the same size as right there. What did I have in my hand? Oh, there we go. Whatever size I got in my hand now. I wish it would tell me what size I got in my hand. And you know the worst thing is I was watching somebody that was playing this game, doing a little bit of research, and they were doing a speed run. And their speed run consisted of going to town, getting the tires, putting the car together, and driving down the road to where it tees off. And they did that in 20 minutes. Yeah, we've already been streaming longer than what they did to put the whole car together. So I'm definitely not a professional when it comes to playing in my summer car. Um, Other games that I play, I wouldn't say I'm expert in them, but I would say I'm pretty damn good at the other games that I have been playing lately. This one, I'm a rookie. I'm not even going to argue with anybody. I'm a rookie when it comes to this right here. So, I think we could go ahead and we could get the gearbox. Um, so the gearbox is down here. And there's somewhere here, there's a gear that goes in this drive. There it is. Um, and of course, The freaking gear drive is not that size. I don't know what size it would be. It looks like a lot of things are 6 and 7, so let's try a 6. So I had the 7. Oh, I saw it light up. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pick this up off the floor so I'm not bending down all the way on the freaking floor. All right, so now we can see the bolts. So this gear drive, I'm actually not sure what the gear drive does. Hmm. So none of these other bolts or anything. So there, maybe that's like what do you call that? What do you call that? It's I'm having a brain fart. Your clutch, you have your slave cylinder, and it's a fork. The clutch fork. Duh, Jesus, clutch fork. But yeah, there's your slave cylinder, and that I guess that would be your clutch fork to push. Your slave cylinder is going to push out on that, which is going to pivot that, and then push that in there and disengage the clutch. If I'm reading the mechanics of this car right, and yeah, I'm definitely not an expert. Definitely not an expert. So there's an inspection cover down here on the ground, and okay. So now we need to put the gearbox on the engine. And it's probably not the same size. How did I know? Literally, we're going back and forth between the 7 and the 6. Um, so where are the other bolts? All right, so our gearbox is now attached. Ooh, what is that right there? What is loose right there? Does that bolt look loose? Or am I seeing things? I want to say I'm seeing things, but yeah, that bolt definitely looks loose right there. So is that a big? That's the oil pan. Oil pan. That's the timing cover. But that bolt right there looks loose. Um, where'd it go? Where? Right there. Yeah, right there. All right, so my car building skills of building a Satsuma are not expert. Is there any other bolts that I'm just overlooking? Any more? Um, I don't see any bolts here that look loose. That was the alternator bolt. That's already tightened. Somebody let me know if I missed something because I don't think that I did. And now we can go back to the cylinder head. That's not exactly what I wanted to do, but that'll work. So I did tighten the cylinder head, right? What was that? That was like what, 6 or 7. 6 or 7. It was a 7. I did tighten them. So next would be the rocker assembly. And if I remember right, the rocker is adjustable. And so on the last video, I think I counted the clicks on it and it was 20 clicks. And I set it in the middle. And somebody told me that setting it in the middle is too much. So I'm going to try to get these adjusted differently this time after we tighten them down. And of course, that's not the right freaking size. Those look, I don't know, they look the freaking same size. I don't know. We got an 8. So anyway, like I said, I think I'm going to try to tighten these down differently. Um, on adjusting these rockers. So like I said, I believe that like I said, I'm pretty sure it was 20 clicks. And I can already tell you that it's a screwdriver. So screwdriver. So like I said, I think what I need to do. Come on, light up the freaking. Do I not have the right thing? Oh, they're moving. Okay. So I think that, like I said, I think if you tighten them all the way down, um, I don't really know exactly how to set these. So, like I said, that looks like that was 20 clicks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so it's 20 clicks. Um, and I don't know. So I would say if we go down all the way, And if 10, like I said, I just had a subscriber tell me that 10 was too much. So I don't know. Let's go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this could be wrong. We could be doing it all wrong. So if someone has played this and I'm doing this wrong, please drop a comment down below and tell me. Because I don't think I will get this. Oh, let's start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I'm going to get the car started in this episode. So if I'm doing this wrong and somebody knows better, please tell me before I start the engine. And I don't think it would ruin it with the rockers misadjusted, but it would definitely cause it not to run right. It would either be noisy valve train or valves not opening all the way. Um, I guess if you over tightened it, you could hang a valve open and kiss a piston with it and destroy your engine. And we definitely don't want that. Normally, what I do on, say, a small block Chevy engine is you turn your cam till you're on base circle, so like a compression stroke, and then you would adjust your valves until your push rods stop spinning with hydraulic, and then you go down like another half to 3/4 turn, and that's adjusted. And I forgot where I was. I'm pretty sure I was right here. Yes. All right, so last one. Like I said, if I'm doing this wrong, somebody please tell me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Um, that's 8. That's that would be 80% of what I did last time. And if I did 10 last time and it was too much, I would say now we're in better shape. Um, so now, like I said, we got our rocker. Um, I would call this a valve cover, not a rocker cover. But, that's neither here nor there. So now we're going to need a wrench. Let's start off with the old number 6. And that's a negative. Um, hopefully it's number 7. Yes, it is. This is the thing. I don't know if I screwed these the right way. I could have those adjusted the wrong way on what I just did because the mouse wheel is one way and one. I don't know. To me, it looks like I screwed them down, but like I said, I could be wrong on that. Um, so now, what should we do next here? We have an oil filter, but I don't think we want to put that oil filter on. We have a brand new oil filter over here. So the oil filter should go right there. Um, Also, let me think here what we should do next. Um, the fuel pump should go right there, and the distributor should go right there. And this is the distributor. Come on. Up, up, up. All right, so this is kind of the same thing right here. Um, Grab our screwdriver, and I don't know. So this right here, so that stopped moving, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Is that 50? 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 58, 59. So I got the 59. So I probably double scrolled one of those. It's probably 60 clicks. So I think if I just go back to the middle, um, that looks like that's about in the middle, I would say. So we're gonna lock down the distributor. I would say, I mean, it looks like the middle. Sure. I mean, you do want it a little bit on the advanced side. Definitely don't want it on the retard side. Because the retard side would mean that the ignition is hitting after your compression stroke and your piston's already going down before you get your spark and ignition and ignite the fuel. So you want to have it on the advanced side so that your spark, and speaking of spark, we need to put spark plugs in. Your spark want to hit before top dead center. That way it ignites right as you're hitting top dead center, and then that explosion jams that piston back down with all the power to keep moving the car forward. If that's a basic explanation of how this should go. So four spark plugs. Oh, I didn't even realize my thirst. Holy hell. Why didn't someone tell me I was so thirsty? Um, I get. I talked about this in a stream I did a couple days ago. I get busy doing stuff, and I literally forget about everything else going on around me. Is that a bee? So let's take a nap. Um, you know one thing I forgot to double check? I forgot to double check if I forgot to double check the fact if we need to tighten down the oil filter. So normally we put I jam the oil filter on there. Might as well pee down the drain. Make sure we rinse it all down. We don't want none of that peat getting on us, making us dirty. All right, go ahead and pinch it off. All right, pinch it off, man. Stop. All right. All right. So what else do we got going on out here? Let's grab us some bug spray. And let's get back out here in our garage. All right, so our battery is charging. So we were talking about spark plugs. There's one. So like I said, it's just so random with these hit boxes on the check marks. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Oh, the oil filter. I almost screwed up. I forgot. Oil filter, you have to tighten it down. So now we need our spark plug wrench. See, it's like, notice how everything looks like it's going backwards, counterclockwise. It's almost like everything's going left-hand thread. Um, that's why sometimes I don't know if I'm going the right way or the wrong way on some of these adjustments. But you know what? We'll find out. We will definitely find out. What else do we got here? So this is a bad oil filter. We're gonna put this piece of junk in the trash over here. What else do we got on the shelf? All right, so this shelf is clear. Brake master cylinder, not worried about. Carburetor, not worried about yet. Um, Headers, not worried about yet. Clutch. Starter's gonna go right there. And I would imagine that's gonna be a 6 or a 7. Alright, so does it have an inside bolt? It does, even though I can't see it. Okay. Alright, starter, check. Distributor, check. Fuel pump. I saw the fuel pump right here. Probably. Should I have waited to do the fuel pump till I put the carburetor on? Because I'm sure that that's going to have a nut or something up there. Attach into the carburetor. I'm sure that that's going to be a nut that we have to use to adjust. Um, what else should we do? So, headers and carburetor. I don't have a belt. I think I forgot to buy a belt in town. Um, Electrics. All right, so it's going to be bigger. Yeah. I don't. We're all the way up to an 11. What did I start off with? Did I start off with a 6 or a 7? I don't remember. So 6? No. So I must have had a 7. Try the 8. Oh, I saw green. All right, so I'm going to put away my wrench for a second, turn this around so I can see what's going on. All right, so we got that. One in the center. Is there one on the bottom side of the center? And I don't see nothing else on the center. So the carburetor. Um, so I know with the carburetor, there's going to be some more tuning. I think there's a adjustment screw for the jets. I think. I don't remember exactly. So is there any screws on the carburetor for tuning? And actually, it's probably not a wrench. It's probably a screwdriver. Let me grab the screwdriver and look around. Look around on the screw. Oh, there is right there. Am I in the right place? I can't see. Um, all right, so I guess we're gonna see how much this goes. That's still going. Holy hell. See, this is when I don't know if I'm going the right way or going the wrong way. It's still going. Yeah. So still moving, still moving, still moving. So like I said, I know there's an adjustment here, and I want to say it was like 40 or 50 clicks, but I went well past that. Um, so that's where I'm like, I wonder if I'm going the wrong way on some of these adjustments. Because now I'm going the opposite way. Let's see if we can bottom. So this would be what I think would be tightening down all the way. And it's still twisting. I kind of wish it wasn't highlighted green because that's making it harder for me to. It's making it harder for me to see this right here. Still going. So if my car doesn't run, we know it's the carburetor adjustment. Yeah. Like, that is still going. Still moving. Still moving. I don't know. I don't even know what to do with that now. Um, we'll try that again later. I guess air cleaner. What do I get? What do I got to use to tighten the freaking air cleaner down? Um, yeah. Definitely looks like you can tighten that down, but it's a wing nut. It's not a freaking. Oh, right there. Okay. Um, I'm over here trying to tighten down a wing nut. So I guess that's it. The engine is complete. All right. So anybody tell me, did I do anything wrong? Um, Now we need to put the whole car together. How long have we been recording? We've been recording. It took me an hour to put the engine together. I would really love to put the car. Can I get the subframe in here? All right, now what bolt size do I need for the subframe? So there's a bolt right there. I would imagine all the bolts are the same size on the subframe. There'd only be 4 bolts on the subframe. Let's roll around the other side. 'Cause I think that once you have the subframe in, you can slap the engine in. If I'm not mistaken. So let's see if we can put this hunk of junk in here. All right. So which way does it go in here? All right. Anybody see a check mark? uh, that would be a negative. Um, how do I put the engine in? Like, I'm pretty sure I had the engine in the correct way. But you know what? I don't know. So I know you're supposed to, like, put it up in here. Why is it falling out the freaking bottom, though? Pretty sure that's not the way it is. Hey, at least it didn't fall out that time. No, never mind. I just smashed my face with it. Well, anyway, I'm going to call this an episode today. We still need to go to town. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up. So our engine falls through. I don't know if I have to do something else before it's ready to go in there. I honestly don't know. Um, I'm pretty sure that this is the front of the engine, and it's going to go in here like this. It's got to be the way, because there's your mouse right there. Yeah, I don't know. Um, somebody drop me a comment down below. Let me know what is going on with this, because I don't know. I had some of the suspension built in the car. Next episode, we're going to work on the suspension and hopefully get this thing going. I still don't have the tires, but I know they're located in a barn somewhere where we go down the road and go to the left. There's a barn there on the left that has the wheels. So I need to go find those. Anyway, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and we'll be back with another episode of My Summer Car. My name is Andy. See you later.